Molly, a golden retriever with fur the color of sunshine, lived in a cozy cottage nestled in the rolling hills of the Cotswolds. The air smelled of freshly baked bread and blooming lavender. Every morning, Molly would bound out of bed, her tail wagging so hard her whole body wiggled. She loved her life in the peaceful English countryside, filled with long walks, warm fireplaces, and endless belly rubs from her beloved owner, Mrs. Higgins. But little did Molly know, a grand adventure was just around the corner. An adventure that would test her courage and change her life forever. One blustery autumn afternoon, a postman arrived at the cottage, his face red from the wind. He carried a peculiar package, wrapped in brown paper and tied with twine. It was addressed to Mrs. Higgins for the attention of Molly. Mrs. Higgins was puzzled. She hadn't ordered anything, and what could possibly be meant for Molly? Inside, they found a beautifully crafted wooden whistle and a handwritten note. For the bravest heart. Use wisely. Molly sniffed the whistle cautiously, then let out a playful bark. It was a most curious gift indeed. That evening, as a crackling fire warmed the hearth, Mrs. Higgins decided to test the whistle. She gave it a gentle blow, and a sound unlike any she'd ever heard filled the room. It wasn't loud or piercing, but rather a soft melodic tone that resonated deep within Molly. Suddenly, the world around them shimmered, and a wise old owl appeared, perched on the mantelpiece. "Greetings," the owl hooted softly. "The whistle is a key to a hidden world. A world in need of your help, Molly." The owl explained that the whistle could transport them to a different time, a time when the world was shrouded in darkness. World War II. A secret message needed to be delivered to the Allied forces, a message that could change the course of history. Only a creature with a pure heart and unwavering loyalty could succeed. That creature, the owl declared, was Molly. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, Molly and Mrs. Higgins, holding tightly to the whistle, took a deep breath and blew. The cottage vanished, replaced by the bustling streets of London in 1940. London was a city of shadows and sirens. Buildings were scarred by bombs, and the air was thick with the smell of smoke. People hurried about, their faces etched with worry. Molly, despite the unfamiliar surroundings, remained steadfast. Mrs. Higgins consulted a crumpled map, trying to locate the contact. A brave woman known only as Rose. They followed the directions, navigating through the crowded streets, the rumble of distant explosions a constant reminder of the danger. Finally, they found Rose, a kind-faced woman working in a bustling tea shop. She recognized the whistle immediately. "You're the ones they sent," she whispered, her voice filled with relief. Rose explained that she had intercepted a coded message revealing a secret Nazi plan, but it was too dangerous to transmit through regular channels. Molly was the perfect courier. Her innocence and charm would allow her to slip through unnoticed. Rose carefully concealed the message in a special pouch attached to Molly's collar. It was a perilous journey ahead. Molly and Mrs. Higgins had to reach a hidden radio transmitter located deep in the countryside, avoiding watchful eyes and potential dangers. They traveled by train, then by foot, the landscape becoming increasingly desolate. Molly, sensing the importance of her task, trotted on with unwavering determination, her golden fur gleaming in the fading sunlight. As they neared the transmitter, they were confronted by a group of German soldiers. The soldiers, suspicious of their presence, demanded to know their purpose. Mrs. Higgins, with remarkable courage, pretended to be lost, but one of the soldiers noticed the pouch on Molly's collar. He reached out to grab it, but Molly, with a fierce bark, sprang into action. She nipped at his hand, distracting him long enough for Mrs. Higgins to grab a nearby branch and create a diversion, allowing them to escape into the dense woods. After a harrowing chase, they finally reached the hidden transmitter, a small shed nestled deep within the trees. A young radio operator, his face pale with exhaustion, greeted them with a grateful smile. He quickly transmitted the coded message, revealing the Nazi plan to the Allied forces. The message was received, the plan was foiled, and the tide of the war began to turn, all thanks to the bravery of a golden retriever named Molly. With their mission accomplished, Molly and Mrs. Higgins blew the whistle once more, returning to their cozy cottage in the Cotswolds. The owl reappeared, its eyes twinkling with pride. "You have done well, Molly," it hooted. "You have saved the world one wagging tail at a time." News of Molly's bravery spread throughout the village. She was hailed as a hero, a symbol of hope and courage in a time of darkness. Life returned to normal in the Cotswolds, but Molly was never quite the same. She carried herself with a newfound confidence, her eyes shining with the knowledge of her own bravery. She still loved her long walks, her warm fireplaces, and her endless belly rubs, but now she knew that even the smallest creature could make a big difference in the world. And so, Molly, the golden retriever from the Cotswolds, became a legend, a reminder that courage comes in all shapes and sizes, and that even the coziest of lives can hold the greatest adventures. Every night, as she drifted off to sleep by the warm fire, Molly dreamed of her journey through time, her heart filled with the warmth of friendship, the thrill of adventure, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing she had made the world a better place. And sometimes, if you listen very closely, you can still hear the faint sound of a wooden whistle echoing through the hills, a reminder of Molly's great adventure.